Welcome to a new Daily Top AskReddit video. Today's topic:
why did that one kid get expelled? Playing kickball in gym class, kid kicked his shoe off and his bag of weed came flying out right to the teacher's feet. I was in the theater department back in high school. One day at the beginning of our acting class, the teacher came in and told us all to sit down. This one kid sat in the middle of the front row, and as he took his seat, his glass weed pipe fell out of his pocket and clattered to the floor. Everyone is silent for a moment. Then the teacher just goes, "All right. I'm gonna go out in the hallway for 30 seconds. Then I'm gonna come back in and we'll try this again." Walked out, walked back, and 30 seconds later, like he said, saw that the pipe was no longer in evidence. And class proceeded like normal. Or as close to normal as theater classes ever get. Look man, if you started kicking kids out for smoking weed, there wouldn't be a theater department left. That teacher cared more about the stability of the kid's life than some legalistic idea of just punishment. Good on them. Thought he was funny and decided to grab the SRO, Student Resource Officer's, gun. Our SRO also happened to be part of SWAT. He did this as we all left end of day, crowded hall. I remember this vividly over 20 years later. This was also post-Columbine by like a month. Kid got slammed into a wall, put in cuffs, arrested and expelled immediately. How he thought that was funny is beyond me. Thinking back to some of my friends during my teenage years, I 100% could see one of them being dumb enough to do this. Kids that age love pushing every boundary but lack so much understanding about consequences. My friend from theater in high school killed himself in the parking lot with a shotgun on the last night of the school play. I was a lead in it. Whole auditorium was locked down after the final curtain call. He used to drive me home after practice all the time. This was a few months after Columbine in Colorado. It was awful. She was quite a bit younger than I am, but a young lady did the same in the high school parking lot. She was her mom's only kid. Her poor mom is a shell of a human now. So sad. I absolutely can't imagine losing my only child, let alone in such a tragic way. Sad anyway you go. He stabbed another kid with a letter opener he made in shop class. We didn't make letter openers in shop class after that. Was stabbed with a sharpened pencil stick, still not quite sure to this day, once by a fellow student. Right in my side. All he got was 3 months suspension. I got stabbed in the back with a pen and all he got was a "boys will be boys" from the principal. Peeing on a teacher who wouldn't let him go to the bathroom. A girl changed her tampon in the corner of the classroom to prove a point. She was suspended pending expulsion, but her dad was a lawyer. A week later, any girl who wanted to use the bathroom was allowed, no questions asked. Fast forward 2 months and guys were getting pissed that we couldn't use bathrooms either. So one guy got denied a bathroom 3 times in the 90-minute class. He walked up and peed in the trash can. He was expelled. I guess he missed the part where you need lawyer parents. I feel like that's still a violation of his rights. You can't stop kids from needing to pee. Fucking power move though. I had a friend who got peed on in preschool. Later in 5th grade he fought the kid who peed on him, won, and then peed on him in revenge. Survival of the pissest. That seems like a fair response to not being allowed to pee. Downloading porn on the school computers was the last straw. He even used his own login. Couldn't have waited till he got home, huh? When the erection hits, you just go with it. Well, it's not called pre-nut clarity. Woman shrugging, light skin tone. For lifting up his shorts and exposing his balls through the leg hole to the principal while said principal was escorting potential investors for the school. Okay, that's so funny but understandable why he was expelled. Tackled and restrained by coaches after he grabbed a bat from the storage room with the intention of beating his pregnant math teacher with it. Holy shit, this post is filled with insane kids. Well duh, they're expelled. Here's one. A girl got drunk at a house party. Some guy ejaculated on her hair and took photos of it, as well as a few photos of her naked and unconscious. The girl's boyfriend went John Wick on the guy when he got emailed the photos by the guy. He was sent away for beating the shit out of this sexual assaulter, who wasn't even given detention. And the girl's photos got sent around for years and people called her slut. Terrible school. That's fucked up. The boyfriend is a hero. I hope he got his karma. Besides the ass whooping. Because that's the most fucked up thing I've heard all day. Lemme guess. Perp was an athlete. Or the relative of one. Anyway, nowadays you can get busted for production and distribution of child pornography. If they were minors. Either that or a relative of a donor. They get away with all sorts of shit. Stabbed a kid for mocking his dead sister. Hey, how's your sister? Why don't you ask her? Quote, she had just been killed in a drunk driving accident a few days earlier. Must be a bit harder losing your twin. Reasonable. Like Elon getting thrown downstairs for making fun of someone's dead dad. Him and his cousin beat up the deputy principal and tried to kill him with a spade, at school. No charges ended up being laid. Later went on to kill a tourist during the 2000 New Year's and dump his body in the harbor. Edit. Brothers not cousins. Memory is a little hazy after 23 years. I personally didn't know them but knew enough to stay the fuck away from them. They were known for being trouble kids. Our art teacher stopped the attack. He's a hero. IMO. Well done sleuths for finding the articles. Oh my gosh, that is wild. Da hell you mean no charges?